Good morning, everybody. I think the live video is starting. Bear with me, I'm having a few technical issues this morning. Here we go. Now let's just see. Oh dear. I actually wanted to share a screen with you this morning, but I am unable to do so. So we might just have to talk through this one, and I'll post up another video later. Let me just double check to see if I still can. Oh, now I don't know what I've done. Sorry people, technical difficulties this morning. There we go, that's better. Well, I can't share my screen with you, but what I will do is start talking about our casual employment changes. Let me just check that everything's functioning, and we are live. We are live. So everything is functioning well. I will post up another video later today in that we'll go through a few points about casual conversion and the laws that are changing around casual conversion. First off, what is a casual employee? What we're going to do today is go through the definition of a casual employee, the changes that have been made through the National Employment Standards and through Fairwork. We're going to talk about what casual conversion is and what that means to your business. We're looking at what reasonable grounds for not making an offer is and how it all applies. So essentially this morning we're talking about big changes that have happened. So any employee that is has been casual for 12 months prior to the 27th of March this year need to be made or have an offer of conversion to part or full-time employment. So let's get through what this means for you. Okay. So what is a casual employee? Let's get to that bit first. So under the Fair Work Act, a person is a casual employee if they are offered a job, if the offer does not include a firm advanced commitment that the work will continue indefinitely with an agreed pattern of work. So if there's no regular work going on to be called on, they can be called on any time. And that they accept this offer knowing that there's no firm advance commitment to become an employee. No firm advance commitment. There are 4 things that essentially make this up. An employer can choose to offer the employee work. It's up to whenever they need it. So it's not supposed to be on a regular basis. And it's the employee's choice whether they work or not. Number 2, employee will be offered work when the business needs them to work. And we've got someone joining us. Let's see who's... Hey Gillian, good morning. So the employee will be offered work when the business needs them to work. So that's our definition of casual. Point number 2, employment is described as casual, and the employee is paid a casual loading or another agreed amount that covers casual employment. So that's the definition from Fair Work about what a casual employee is. What is casual conversion then? All right, this is where it gets nice and tricky. So what a lot of people don't realise is that after 12 months, a person who is employed as a casual employee can actually request permanent employment. There are a few things that actually need to occur before this happens. So the employee needs to be employed for 12 months prior to requesting a permanent position. That means that they've been working for you and engaged on contract, on an employment agreement, on a casual employment agreement for 12 months. And within that 12 months, they need to have worked a regular pattern consistently for 6 months. So it needs to be if they've worked every Friday for a few hours, or every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. It's become kind of a regular pattern for the employee. Essentially that means that qualifies the employee to be able to request casual conversion. And the third qualification of an employee being able to request casual conversion is that they could continue working full-time or part-time and their role wouldn't suitably change. So essentially, if a small business has 15 or less employees and someone comes up to them and requests casual conversion, it needs to be considered. And these are the 3 qualifications for that: employed for 12 months, worked a regular pattern for 6 months, and could continue to work full-time or part-time without significant changes to their role or their pay or their hours. So essentially that's what happens. If you are an employee that has over 15 employees, the rules are slightly different. What happens is, as of the 27th of September, which has just gone, we need to actually consider everyone that has been employed as a casual employee for 12 months, and the business needs to make an offer for casual conversion. Okay, you must offer casual conversion if you have more than 15 employees and they qualify for casual conversion. So they've been employed for 12 months, they've worked a regular pattern for 6 months, and they could continue working full-time or part-time. So an offer needs to be made if you are a business of 15 or more employees. That offer needs to be made to your employees, and that needs to be made within 21 days of their 12-month anniversary if they fit the pattern. And it needs to be made in writing. Offers, acceptance and rejections must be made in writing within 21 days of each other. So there you go. That's a lot of information all at once. If you have under 15 employees, as I said, you don't need to go and offer this to your casual employees, but casual employees can request it. What you do need to do is provide your casual employees with a Fairwork statement for casual employees. If you are a permanent employee, you would get one of these in relation to full-time and part-time work. Now there is a specific Fairwork statement that outlines these rules, and when you employ someone and engage someone, this should be a part of their pack. This should be a part of their employment pack once they've joined on. I see someone else has joined up this morning in our chat, so good morning, say hello, write in the comments box. It'd be great to see you. So as mentioned, I always get distracted when I say hello, but I love saying hello to everybody. So casual conversion, if you are less than 15 employees, you don't need to offer it, but an employee can request it if they've been employed for 12 months, if they've worked a regular pattern for 6, and if they could continue to work full-time or part-time. Okay, so someone's come to me and in writing after 21 days from their 12-month anniversary, written to me and said, hey, I'd like to actually move to part-time because I believe that I've worked a regular pattern for 6 months and I think we can continue. So what happens next? Essentially, I need to consider as a business owner or a leader whether or not I can offer them actually permanent part-time employment. And there are 3 reasons that are reasonable grounds that you may not be able to make an offer for permanent employment. So essentially, if the position won't exist in the future, you can't offer a position that's not going to exist. If the hours of work are actually significantly going to reduce, you you're able to actually say to your employee, I'm sorry, but the hours of work aren't going to be the same. And if the days that you want that role to be filled will significantly change to either be more, and a lot of time that happens, someone will come and they're working maybe 15 hours a week, and you as a business have decided, hey, you know what, we actually need more hours, let's make this a full-time position or a part-time position with 25 hours. And those days that you want that role to be filled don't work for the employee, or that amount of time doesn't work for the employee, then you are actually able to say, look, thank you, do consider your employment offer, but I do consider your application or request for casual conversion, but I can't offer you this position right now. So they're the reasonable grounds for not making an offer for permanent employment. And they need to be reasonable because all of the adverse action and unfair dismissals for casual employment can still apply if you're rejecting someone's application for casual conversion and they don't fall into these categories legitimately. So need to be aware of that adverse action can arise from this if we're not doing the right thing and not considering these employees as permanent if there is legitimately a role there. So essentially, if I am a employer of over 15 people, what will happen is after their, within 21 days of their 12-month anniversary, if they qualify, and I want to put them on my books, and we've discussed what could happen, what hours we could work, and the pay reduction that will occur, but the benefits that will also occur. So you know what, you're not going to get your casual loading anymore, but yes, you will have sick leave and annual leave because you're not having that casual loading anymore. We could work over 2 days. Would you be happy with a permanent two-day position? You then write to them and make that offer, and then they need to write back and accept that offer within 20 days of receiving that letter. So it's all pretty set out, and there is a really good process to follow. So essentially, I'm just going to run through that again. How does this all apply? I hope this has helped you if you do have casual employees on board. So essentially it goes like this. If I am a business that employs casual employees, question I need to ask myself, number one, has my employee been employed for 12 months? No? Nothing. You don't need to do anything. Yes, my employee has been employed for 12 months. Have they worked a regular pattern of hours in the last 6 months that they could continue as a permanent employee? No, they haven't. Then you need to notify your employee within writing of 21 days that no offer is being made if you have over 15 employees. An employee may raise a dispute with the Fairwork Commission on that basis. If they have worked the pattern of work in the last 6 months, could they continue as a permanent employee? Yes. Are there reasonable grounds not to make an offer? If there are, notify the employee within 21 days. Why? Again, this may raise a dispute, and your employees are actually entitled to do so with Fairwork. Are there any business grounds not to make an offer? So the hours aren't going to change significantly. The position's still going to exist in the future. There are no grounds for me to then actually not make an offer. So then I need to make an offer. Or if I'm under 15 employees, I need to accept the application of casual conversion from my employee. Okay, So once everything's accepted, we need to discuss our hours of work. And it looks like I've just gone off live. We need to discuss our hours of work. Oh, it says I'm still on live. So yes, we need to discuss the hours of work and then create a new contract. Pretty simple. I do this all the time. This is part of the process of HR. So, you know, I do enjoy working with businesses, helping getting this sorted out and right. And if you need any help, please do not hesitate to give me a buzz. It's what I do. As well as working in the space of creating these high performing teams, there are some rules around employment that need to be adhered to. So if you have a casual team member and you're not aware of these changes, replay this video. I will post one up with some slides later today, maybe tomorrow, so that you can actually see my dot points and take notes if you need. And that way you can have the information at hand. Fairwork website has a lot of information, but as you may know, can be quite difficult to navigate if you're not across all of the website. So it's a lot of click here and link that. I will also provide a bit of a white paper, which is a bit of a summary. So if you want a bit of a summary on the employment changes that are happening, pop a summary down below so that I can actually send it to you. That would be great, and you're welcome to that. That will be free. What else have we got? I will pop a little bit of a flow chart in there as well, so you can see the flow of events, just like I discussed before. So under 15 employees will be one set of rules, over 15 is another. Essentially, basically, the only difference between the two is if you have over 15 employees, you need, as a business, need to be making the offer to your casual employee for conversion if they are eligible and if you have no reasonable grounds to not make the offer. If you have reasonable grounds and they are not eligible, you still need to notify them in writing that you are not making them an offer. If you are under 15 employees, you don't need to do that, but your casual employees now have the right to request a permanent position within the organisation, and you then have to notify them in writing whether you can make an offer, whether they are eligible, and there are no grounds for not making the offer. Or if there are grounds, notify them of that. So it's all about following the steps and the regulations. This needs to have happened by 27th, as I said, 3 days ago. So you've still got some time. There's always a bit of leeway in these sort of things, but it's best to get on top of it if you can. If you or your managers or your employers need assistance, as I said, this is what I do. This is what I get in and help businesses sort out. I can navigate this for you and get all the letters drafted and the process drafted for you and your team to make sure that you're compliant under the new legislation that has been passed earlier this year. I think that just about covers everything. Gosh, I totally raced through that. If that was too fast, don't worry, I'll be posting another version later today. But this was just a brief check-in to say, hey, there are some changes. Please be aware. I think it's really important. Unfortunately, I have known businesses that have been caught out. You do also need to provide a a Fairwork statement for casual employment. I will also post that up as a resource in the group so that you can download that. You can also go to the Fairwork website and obtain that yourself, but make sure that your casual employees have a copy of that. And if not, if your manager or you are the owner you don't have that in place, yell out, I can help you set up a system. We can work through it together. I would be honoured to help you and your casual employees work through this process, because as I've always said, it's about expectations and it's about meeting expectations. Your employees need to be made aware that this is an option for them. It is their right as a worker to be able to request full-time employment. If you don't have the position, that's fine. You just need to notify them in writing. Is there anything else I can help anyone with? Please yell out in the comments. I would love to know. Let me just check the comments. Where are we? Nope, I can't see anything else in the comments. Fabulous. This says I'm still live. Gee, I hope I'm still live. It's looking like I'm a little bit, I've actually stopped and it's cut out. Hopefully it hasn't. If it has, you know what? I'll be posting another video today anyway, just for you lovely leaders in this group. So power on and enjoy this lovely Thursday. I look forward to seeing you all, and as I said, please yell out if you need some information or you'd like my assistance in setting this up for your people. Have an amazing day.